Good morning, Internet. What the hell are we doing on a Saturday morning? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Just Too Sweet Show, a very special Saturday morning edition. I am Tim Tabebe, as usual. Making his big return again is the third man himself, Mr. Dave. Acknowledge him. Dave, what's going on?
Nothing much, Tim. Here up early on a Saturday, thanks, Triple H,
Hey,
Vince.
thank
Well,
yeah, okay, thank Triple H, not me. I didn't choose to have a 1 o'clock pay per view on a Saturday, and three
yeah,
pay per views this weekend, no less. Three, which we will get into. All three of them, like I said, we were going to try to maybe do a separate show for each, but it's I don't know, it's a weekend, a holiday weekend. You want to go out and enjoy your life, but I figured we had to do at least one.
uh,
So here we are. Before we get going though, Dave, a lot of shipment going on lately, and you haven't been on. So what is your assessment of Triple H and all the comebacks and the storylines and AEW now and them getting very vocal with each other? What do you got going? What do you think of all this?
oh man, I know I've said this multiple times. It's nice to be a wrestling fan nowadays. It really is. Um, Triple H is bringing back some very interesting guys. The only I guess re-signing that I'm like whatever about is I think it's what is it, Top Dollar.
Hmm.
I never really watched them too much on NXT, and they didn't really get my attention. Uh, but besides that, I think everyone else that they're bringing back has been pretty entertaining. I feel like gonna see what happens. AEW should be, and it looks like Tony Khan is so weird. He makes some comments, and then like he's like this week. I think he made a comment after the was it Raquel Gonzalez, and I think that's still her name, and Aaliyah won the women's championships. He made a comment like, "Oh, basically like yeah, just wait." Like if that was something bad,
Yeah,
I don't know. He's a he's a weird guy, and I mean I haven't been too happy with him thanks to that John Moxley burial that he did on CM Punk a couple weeks ago. But we all
which
know
was
how we feel about
supposedly.
Moxley.
Yeah, well now Punk is all fired up and he gets that rematch already. We'll get into that pay per view for in a second. But what about Triple H now having the big interview this week? Pretty much shitting on AEW in a way, saying congratulations, they beat our development. Good for them. And then Chris Jericho fired right back with that NXT sucks, and they called it the third brand, not a development. But now because we won, it's a development. So I mean, you think things are going to get interesting? You think there's ever going to be a chance of a crossover?
Man, I hope so. I hope that after like Triple H gets some like more groundwork in, becomes his baby more, that he does, allow just maybe just a couple guys, something just fun to do. Because I mean, it's gonna be good for business. It's not gonna hurt anybody.
Exactly.
Um, but I will say I agree with Chris Jericho on this one
Hmm.
because never was no, it's not the developmental league. It's its own brand. It's better than Raw and SmackDown. Like it, it was a big deal for Triple H to go ahead and say that. I get it. He's head creative now, so he's got to pander to the crowd. But he never considered that developmental. Like
No,
no,
especially when it was
there's no way.
his.
He was
Especially when it was
competing
him.
against them. Like he wanted NXT to be better than Raw and SmackDown, and
Yep.
for a while it was. So I think for him to be like, "Oh, they beat our developmental league," it's like, come on, man.
He's
That's
got
not what it
to
was.
he's got to fire some kind of words back. But also, what did he say about Oh, so I want to ask you who's your favorite return so far? Who do you think is gonna who's gonna benefit the most from coming back so far?
From everyone that's returned,
We got
I
Johnny Gargano. We got what do they call the hit? What do they call the all the rap group, whatever they are?
Top Dollar.
Yeah, them. You got Karrion Cross. You got Dexter Loomis. I mean, this bring and supposedly Braun Strowman's returning on Monday. I don't know why.
I
I
don't
don't
know
really care
why.
about Braun Strowman, but I mean, hey, whatever. So who do you think is going to benefit the most from this now?
I want to say the easiest answer is Karrion Cross, just because they've already thrown him into like a main spotlight. Like, while Dexter Loomis, I like Dexter Loomis a little bit more. I feel like he's like right now, I guess, gonna build himself more as like the crazy psychotic guy in the back.
Hmm.
But I would say probably Karrion Cross will have he. I mean, out of all of them, him and Gargano are the only ones that won the NXT Championship. So it's like two guys that I think that Triple H sees and regards as high talent.
And what do you think of Gargano and Ciampa getting back together and beating the Usos? Think that's a possibility? Or are they going to go right for the world titles picture?
I think I think he might just. I think, man, I'm trying to put this together because it looks like he's gonna feud at least with Theory for a little bit, who apparently got his name back.
Yeah.
Um, I think he might go U.S. title before he jumps to the main picture. And I mean, I have a theory on who might beat the Usos, but we could talk about that later. I don't think it's gonna be Gargano and Champa.
Yes, that's the one thing that me and Eric always talking about. It's who who's going to beat them. There's really no one to beat them at who could really carry those titles at the moment. Same goes for Roman Reigns. Who is Drew McIntyre capable? I don't think so. Maybe as a transition champion for someone else to beat him, possibly. But I mean, I think Cody was the guy, and then he got hurt. He's gone. Can Karrion Cross maybe be that guy? I guess we're going to have to find out in the next couple pay per views. And is the goddamn Rock coming? Yes or no? I guess he's waiting for Black Adam to come out next month, and then we'll figure it out because he's got to. He can't just come in for one WrestleMania and leave. He's going to have to do a lead up at least by Royal Rumble. Start
Yeah.
doing it a few months in advance. But The Rock don't beat him for the title, right? No way.
No, I mean, it just there's no way they're gonna do that again.
I
They
hope
can't.
not. They
They
can't. You
can't.
can't have seen the thing over again, right? Yeah.
No.
And what's his name? The newest Usos come is also got promoted. He'll be popping up on SmackDown. So the Bloodlines is getting stronger, and especially with Sami Zayn in there, which I by the way is hysterical.
I love it.
It is one of the funniest storylines they've done in a long time. But you know what? The little things like you can say wrestling again, and like I said, Austin Theory got his name back. These are the little things I think that Triple H is really
And he, and he,
nailing it with.
and he's. I think he's giving because I mean, was it a few weeks ago when McIntyre and KO had that promo against each other?
Hmm.
Like, none of that felt scripted. It literally
Hmm.
felt like it was coming from them.
And Riddle and Seth Rollins after they
Oh
were
man,
supposedly off the air, which that was great too. That seemed legit. When Riddle was pissed.
I just got goosebumps thinking about that. That was when I saw that. I was like, did this really just happen? Like, Seth went there.
Yeah. And the best part was, oh, we're off the air. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Riddle, that was the cool part of it because they didn't just pop out with it. They made it seem like they're off the air. They're talking to each other privately, and then he hits them with the wife and kids thing. I was like, holy shit!
Yeah,
And they tried to brawl. You see, afterwards they tried to brawl in like a parking lot or a street somewhere. That
yeah.
was great too. So, I mean, he's doing a great job. So let's hope he keeps going. I'm actually very excited about this pay per view today. Let me figure. I'm not too keen on how do you do these things, but here we go. Okay, there's that, and then okay, let's go. Yeah, I'm not good at this stuff, Dave.
What do you want me to handle it? Or you got it?
I think I got it.
All
Here's
right.
the first. This is the first match, but I want to. How do you make it? Bring it down. No, that's the wrong way.
What are you trying to do?
I want to make this bigger, right? You can't make it bigger.
No, I think that's as big as it gets.
Oh,
Unless
that
you, well,
sucks.
you could technically zoom in.
I'll zoom in. How do you zoom in? I don't know how to. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. We could all see. We could all see and we could all read. It's all right. It doesn't matter what we see. It matters what we say. That's all that matters. So let's just jump right into the first one then, which is on the screen if you squint real quick. An interesting storyline lately with the worst belt there is visually. I mean, Gunther versus Sheamus. Another name change. Wasn't he Walter for back in the day?
He was Walter back in NXT and NXT UK.
But I guess you can't really change his name back, can you? I
No,
don't know.
I think they're stuck with. He's stuck with that. They can't go back to Walter. Vince wanted Gunther, and we got Gunther.
Well, what a stupid name. Anyway, we have an IC title match, Gunther versus Sheamus. This has been building up as kind of like a weird NXT Europe kind of thing. Um, I don't see Sheamus winning this in any way possible. At least I hope not, because he shouldn't be getting titles anymore. Dave, what do you think about this one?
I think it should be one of these hard hitting like classic matches, but yeah, I don't see Sheamus winning. At least again, like you said, I hope Sheamus doesn't win this. I don't think Sheamus should have been in this match, but I get it because they're in the UK. Appease to the fans, to the audience, just made sense.
Yeah, so
But
you,
I
you
don't
gotta
think
you gotta throw all those guys, all the European guys, and they have to be in there. Yeah,
exactly.
I guess Sheamus is the face. I guess so.
Is he? People don't like Gunther.
I don't think so. Plus, he doesn't come off as no face. That's for sure. He's an angry bastard. That guy. All right, that's a pretty easy one.
Oh,
I'm taking Walter Gunther
this
Sheamus, whatever the
person
fuck his
has
name is.
Sheamus winning.
You what?
Uh, I'm not sure what site you're looking at, but it says Sheamus wins.
Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, he's predicting Sheamus. I don't know. You're gonna pull the belt off this guy that quickly, but I
I
don't
don't
know.
think that'd
We'll
be
see.
smart.
I'm personally am going with Gunther. Dave, who you going with Gunther? Or are you going with Sheamus?
I'm going with Gunther.
Just saying those names makes you feel stupid, right? It makes you feel like an idiot. Next, we have poor Liv Morgan. I feel so bad for Liv Morgan. She finally gets her title shot, but she's nothing but abused. She only can win by like interference or cheating or whatever. They putting her off like this meek little nobody who's going to get beat up by these UFC people or anybody else. I really feel bad for her. Does she win here today? Dave, what do you think? Is she gonna keep this title?
so,
Especially with crazy Ronda Rousey running around.
so unlike you, I'm not the biggest Liv Morgan fan. I think
I'm a big fan of the way she looks. I could care less how she wrestles.
I think she's okay. She has her moments, but she just like I said, she just doesn't come off like championship material to me. And I think your run was nice. You got killed with that last Ronda Rousey match. That
Hmm.
made her look so terrible. I think at this point it's kind of a little bit unsalvageable with her.
Probably. Yeah, I thought they ruined her already. That's what I said. They actually ruined her already. She,
They made her look good. Like, okay, man, she's so smart. She beat Rousey. She cashed in, and then that next match against her was just like, what did you do? And then the crowd just absolutely turned on her.
it's true. That's the worst part. So I think this is kind of Triple H's first mistake. Because she's coming off as this, Bambi type character. So, you know, don't think about Ronda versus Shayna as a big match, Jeremiah. That's true. We could actually see Shayna win that title today to set up Ronda versus Shayna. That's a good point. Shit. All right, Dave, who are you going with then in this one? Does Liv get
I
to hold on one more time, or is she losing this thing?
I'm gonna go with. I feel like there has to be some sort of commotion at this event, right? I'm hoping it's here. I'm gonna go with Shayna, even though I feel like I don't know if I feel like Liv might just win by like a DQ sort of situation, and it's just not gonna look good for her. But I'm gonna go Shayna, thinking with my heart, not with my head here.
Jeremiah put up a good point. Could Shayna win to set up her versus Ronda? Oh my goodness, but are they going to take the belt? You know what? I'm going to go with you. I think they're finally going to take the belt off her. If there was like an IC women's title, she'd be good at that, or the tag titles. But yeah, she's not really a heavyweight champion type person. So I'm going to go Shayna also. Hmm. I'm shocked I'm doing that, but okay. All right.
Wait,
What's
what did
next?
we got? This What did this guy predict?
Oh, Jeremiah.
No, no, no.
Oh, this
What
guy
reading?
picked. I don't even know what site I'm on. He picked Morgan.
Oh, like that.
He picked Liv Morgan to win. Where the hell's the rest of this pay per view? It's like gone. I picked the wrong site, I think. Where's the rest of it? Son of a bitch.
Maybe you have to click go back up.
This is why I don't do this stuff, Dave. So I need a producer. You know what? I'm gonna sit right here on this match card thing. I don't care. Uh, Next we have the six-man tag or six-woman tag, excuse me. Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka versus the newly returned Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io now Sky. Um, I don't see the bad girls winning this one, losing this one on her return. So I am going with Bailey's team.
Yeah, I agree with you here. I think Bailey, Dakota, and Io Sky now.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird change, but okay, I'll go with it.
Um, I think they'll get the win. No, notice how no one cared about that name change.
Yeah, no one really gave a shit. The women's
Um,
division is in a very fragile place right now. I think they're gonna have to do something to really to bring it back up. I don't know what that is. Maybe bring what's her name from NXT up with her ass slamming.
Nikita Lyons.
Yeah, Nikita, that was that her ass slamming finisher that she does. Maybe I don't know, but they need something to really wake that division up in a big way. 6 woman tag. I don't know. I guess you have to since they don't want.
But
I
why
don't know.
not put Bianca up for like right now? No one's challenging Bianca,
Yeah, exactly.
and
Need
now
a
you
women's title. Oh no, the women's title. Yeah. Bianca's just involved in a 6 man, which is I don't know, kind of weak.
and you also don't have the woman. There's only notice, but there's only 6 matches.
Yeah, it's a very short pay per view. I have a
It's a
feeling that those last ones are going to be astronomical. I think Riddle Rollins is going to be like a massive brawl. It can't just be like a quick 3 minute technical, wonderful match. It's going to be an all out ass kicking thing. So who you like? You like Bailey's team?
Yeah, I'm going with the heels on this one. I don't think. I think they're somehow gonna get like a cheap win. I don't
Yeah.
see the good guys walking out on top.
All right. Here's an interesting one. Here we go. Here they start getting interesting now. Edge and Rey Mysterio taking on the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day is probably the worst stable ever because they just lose all the time, just all the time. I don't know why they put these guys together if they're going to keep losing and getting their asses kicked. But I am finally predicting because of what happened last week and how Ray picked Edge over his son and how the son is kind of in love with Rhea Ripley, we think, and all those memes, by the way, are fucking
I
hysterical.
mean, who
With
wouldn't be?
exactly with Rhea Ripley and him are hysterical. I do think he finally turns on Daddy today and joins the Judgment Day, and the Judgment Day will finally get an actual, legitimate, real win. If it doesn't happen, then fire him. He is useless. There's no point in having him on the roster because he has a bad haircut, and it just doesn't make any sense. So I am going to say the Judgment Day gets the win with the help of little Dominic Guerrero Mysterio. So
Dominic Guerrero, Mysterio.
yeah, hey, how great would that promo be on Monday saying, I wish Eddie Guerrero was my dad? How great would that promo be? You
Oh man,
break little Ray's heart, man. That's what you got to do. So that's what I'm predicting, and it fucking better happen today. Dave, where you going with this one? It's hard to pick this one because, like you said, the Judgment Day, they've been shit on since they've been putting together. So who you liking
oh
in this one?
shit! The last pay per view was SummerSlam, right? We thought the
Yep.
same thing, and what happens?
You
Edge
know?
comes out, costs him the match, and boom, another loss. I think they took like 3 losses to the
Mm-hmm.
Mysterios.
Yep.
So it's like technically, if we want to look at records, Dominic and Ray beat these guys 3 times. You switch out, you basically get an upgrade with Edge
Mm-hmm.
for Dominic, and we're supposed to think they're gonna lose. I
I,
don't.
See, it's hard. It's a hard one.
It's true. So I mean, I'm gonna go again, going hard here. Judgment Day should win this, and like you said, we should see some sort of turn by Dominic. I hope.
We hope.
If it's hitting Edge, I don't know something. Just give me something
Yeah, the only reason
with
I'm
this.
saying I'm predicting it finally happening is because, like you said, he picked he they had that conversation. Oh, son, I picked Edge because of this, because of that, but I want you in my corner. Plus, yeah, we think him and Ray or Ripley have some kind of weird chemistry thing going on, or he's at least in love with her. So I'm hoping they do the right thing this time, and that he turns because he needs something. That kid needs something.
Yeah.
He's not going to be successful as Rey Mysterio's son. This is not going to happen
Nope.
because he can't do what Ray does. You know what I mean? He's a big goon. He needs to be more of a powerhouse guy or more, switch it up a little bit. So let's just hope that happens today because I'm going to be very upset if it doesn't. Next, we have the big one. I think this is bigger than the main event. Got to be honest with you. Riddle versus Seth Rollins. This shit's been building since SummerSlam, even before that, really, because they canceled that match. Uh, one of the greatest one of the greatest I pay per views. One of the greatest going back and forth with that interview was fantastic. It seemed legit. It seemed real. It seemed like it wasn't planned. Who knows these days? Dave, who are you taking in this one? This is a hard one.
This one I think is probably the hardest one, one of the hardest ones to pick. Because I think the main event is also a little hard to pick. But although I want Riddle to get the win, I just don't think he does because Seth has gotten so many losses this year that I think
Yeah,
they give him Riddle on this one. Um, I think either one of them could win. Maybe it ends in like a DQ sort of situation where we get to see these guys go out again. Because what's the next pay per view after this? Extreme Rules.
I think so. I think so. Yeah,
See, I would like to for this to culminate in that Extreme Rules match.
which is what they
Uh,
should be having anyway.
yeah,
Considering the bad blood, they should be having some kind of false count
which
anywhere, last man standing, some kind of match like that.
yeah, which there actually isn't any like. I noticed when I was looking at the match card, there's no real pay per view. There's no match that really has any stipulations. These are all straight up single matches or like a tag match, all
Hmm.
regular matches. So
Does
I'm gonna
Beth and Rhea go at it though? Hang on, does Beth and Rhea go at it? Is Beth going to be there? Was she supposed to be there?
I think so. I'm not too sure.
That's
One
interesting.
second.
I'm sorry, Dave. Go ahead. Go ahead with your prediction. I'm sorry.
Uh,
Oh, Dave left me. I upset him. Where'd he go? All right. Well, I'll roll with this one. Yeah, this pay per view starts at 1 o'clock. NXT Worlds Collide is tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow night we have AEW All Out. So we have a very, if you're a wrestling fan, it's very interesting. And also, while Dave's coming back, I will say that we are approaching our 100th episode fastly and steadily. So you guys should get on board with that because we're gonna have a lot of fun with that episode. We are going to pick our goat, the Just Two Sweet Show's goat. We are developing a formula. You're gonna get tired of that word real quick. Um, to determine who the goat is, and we're gonna have everybody participate also. Oh, there he is. He's back. I'll just
sorry about
explain.
that.
I'll just explain to people about the goat formula and how we're going to determine our show's greatest wrestler of all time. Yeah, we're going to have the goat formula out to everybody. We want to put it on the page so everybody can participate, and we will figure out finally who is the goat.
We all know who the real goat is.
I'm not. I'm not going to get.
Bang.
I'm not going to get into that with you. But go ahead. Finish your prediction.
See, I'm gonna go with Seth on this one. If I had to pick a guy, I'm gonna go with Seth just because I think he needs a win.
Yes, I agree with you. I am also going with Seth Rollins. I think he needs a win desperately. He's been doing what he's supposed to be doing by putting the younger talent over the last couple of years, but he does need a win very badly, very badly. And I said I think this is not going to end here, especially after the cancellation of the last pay per view, which was a little weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Seth to win this one, and we'll see what happens with the next pay per view. And finally, we got the main event. Like I said, there's only 6 matches to this one. Roman Reigns, acknowledge him. He is the tribal chief, taking on Drew McIntyre. Now, just because they're in Wales and they're closer to McIntyre's home, don't mean shit. Because I'll just say right now off the bat, Roman Reigns ain't losing this title to Drew McIntyre. At least I don't think so. At least I don't hope so. I don't want to see that. Um, but Dave, do we have a major upset on the horizon today, or just another day for Roman Reigns as champ?
Um, I'm not too sure. So
Ooh, now you're not as sure as me. That's good. That's good though.
yeah, so the reason for this is because again, with all this like speculation of who's coming back because of Triple H, what we've been hearing lately, and one of the most latest rumors was that Bray Wyatt's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And the alleged plans for him is to be thrown right into that title picture.
Mm.
So, in my mind, if let's say this is true, McIntyre, Bray Wyatt comes. Let's say he costs Roman the title. He gets thrown in to the title picture against McIntyre. Like that. That to me just is Bray going back to the same thing. He's not gonna beat McIntyre right away. At least I don't think he will. And Roman would, if anything, would cost him that. Now, if Roman wins, it would make sense for Bray to be thrown into that title picture since one of the last few times that Bray was champion was when Roman came back 2 years ago, and essentially cost him the belt.
Hmm. That's
So
interesting.
I I want to say Roman wins this, but I'm gonna say he wins by DQ.
That makes sense. This way Drew can save face in his homeland, but Roman still gets the win. I like that. I could deal with that. I think that's what's going to happen. Um, like you said, I don't think Drew's the guy to win, even by accident. And if I think if Roman's going to lose, he's going to lose at WrestleMania. I don't think he's going to lose before that. You got to put him on the big stage to lose. Um, will we see? Now, let me ask you another question before we move on to NXT. You think Bray's tonight? Do you think Cody comes back tonight? Does MJF join the WWE tonight? You have any prediction for any big surprises?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Bray comes out tonight. I hope it's Bray and not Braun Strowman because I don't think Braun Strowman is any good. He
No,
had
he
his
sucks.
chance, and I just feel like after that I was just kind of bored with him. And then when he left WWE, that he was doing all this nonsense with what is it, the CYN, create your whatever wrestling
Yeah,
program
yeah.
with EC3. I was just like, wow, this guy is not good.
No,
Like, I don't
he's
like his
not.
promos. His in ring work is okay at best. Obviously, he moves better than uh, Kali and stuff like that, but he doesn't give me that. Man, I can't wait to see that Braun Strowman match.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So
but they said for him for Raw, so I don't know if he's gonna pop out tonight. But they did say Raw. 'Cause I read that he's coming out Raw, and then the other Uso is gonna make his debut on SmackDown Friday. So so if I'm gonna go with a surprise, I'm gonna go with shit. I'm gonna go with Bray Wyatt also. Because we've been seeing his hand popping up on all the Raws, or
so
a
is
hand.
that Bray or is that I thought that was could have been Dexter Loomis because doesn't he
Oh, it could
also
have been
wear the
Dexter
glove?
Lumis. Does he? Oh yeah,
I
he
think
does
he
wear them,
wears
like his little
gloves.
kidnapper gloves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I guess that could be it. But that's the old Bray Wyatt trick when the puppets used to pop up in the background. That was
Yeah.
hysterical too, by the way. I miss those guys. Is he gonna come back crazy, Bray Wyatt?
I don't know. I don't think he will. I mean, he might revert back to Florida Bray Wyatt, but I don't know because he always likes to recreate himself, and he kind of doesn't like to go back to like
So no more
different
no more
gimmicks.
Fiend. The Fiend ain't gonna come back. You don't think?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think we might be done with
Mm.
the Fiend. Unfortunately, Vince had his way of killing that character.
Oh, big time, big time. All right, let's move on
Oh, but
to
I guess
something.
wait before we
Oh wait,
move on to
okay.
NXT.
Go ahead.
We since we're still talking WWE here, who is it that you think that will dethrone the Usos?
Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know who. I mean, I guess the new group possibly, but I don't know. I don't see anyone worthy enough to beat them right now.
So there's one team I think that can beat them, and it's just
Okay.
because of what's been happening that just makes. Maybe it doesn't make sense. I just wouldn't mind it happening. Like if
Okay.
someone was gonna get the belts off of them, it'd be them. And that's if we get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn tag teaming.
That's interesting. Yeah, that could be possible. So you think he turns on the Usos? Oh, they kick him out, beat
They
him up.
might kick him out, especially since I think it was it a week or two ago that they were fighting Kevin Owens and he wouldn't hit him.
Yeah.
Sammy wouldn't hit KO, so it just seems like maybe that he's put in that situation again, and either they kick him out or he has to choose a side, and he chooses KO side.
Oh, that's true too. They like where your head's at. You got to come on the show more often. You keep us grounded. But now also let me ask you another question. Are we getting these titles split up again? You think? Or are we going to have or just unified titles?
I know some people don't like the two show titles, but I do just because there's so many guys on the roster that to have like the Usos go back and forth, like or Roman Reigns, which we haven't really seen back and forth. I think it'd be good to either that or make one new belt, which supposedly Triple H is in the works of creating new belts. Well,
Oh,
not
the
creating, but
tag,
I guess like
the
rebranding them.
tag, they need new belts. The IC belt needs a new belt. That's for goddamn sure. That's the ugliest belt I've ever seen in my life. So they definitely need a new belt for that one.
Yes.
So you know what? I like that idea, Kevin. Oh, yeah, it's true with what's going on with them too. It makes perfect sense because you know Sami Zayn ain't gonna last very long. I said, especially with the other Uso coming. No, I said with kayfabe dead, everyone knows he's the younger brother of Jimmy and Jay. You can't just hide the fact that he's an Uso and fucking ignore it and have him come up as a Samoan wrestler. They got to acknowledge the fact that he's a family member and he has to join the bloodline. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. Sammy will get kicked out, the new Uso will join, and then they'll take the titles. That's a good idea, Dave.
They could do
You should be writing for WWE, Dave.
hey, Triple H, come on now.
You should. I like where your head's at.
Um,
Now, as far as NXT goes, I'm going to fully admit I have not watched in a long time because of once they did that whole switch to the fucking rainbow and
2.0.
yeah, I did not get into the fucking Rainbow 2.0 bullshit. I have to get back into it though, and I will. Have you been watching it though?
I have not been. I
Okay,
will be
so
absolutely honest.
so this is going to be a very quick prediction show right, when it comes to the NXT card because honestly, I don't know too many people anyway.
No, I mean, I like what I have noticed is a couple guys from that I haven't seen in a while, or they have like a couple people from like the main roster that have been like transitioning back to NXT.
Hmm.
So I saw the card just now, and I was like, okay, I know a couple of these people. Who is gonna
Uh,
win? I don't know because I don't know if NXT is still going with that. Before when anyone would come down to NXT to fight for NXT Championship or any of that, they never would win. You know.
yep, that's true. So let's just start off with the big one, I guess, the main event. Title versus title it says. Determine the true champion. Why is there two titles? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched
So
it, so I'm not gonna lie.
NXT UK is
All
going
the
away.
UK, all that. That's right. They get rid of the UK champion. That's right.
Yes. So since that's going away, I believe they're unifying everything and making it one.
Okay, that's interesting. So we got Braun Breaker, son of a Steiner, versus Tyler Bates. Isn't it just be Tyler Bates, or am I imagining thing?
No, I think it was Tyler. Was it Bates? I think it's Bait. I think it was always Bait.
Okay, I just might be losing my mind. Like I said, I don't know much about this one, but I will go with Braun Breaker to win because I heard he is very popular. He is very. He's a Vince guy though, right? Is he a Vince guy? Not a Vince guy, but he's a Vince Dream, big, muscly
Oh yeah,
looking dude. He looks a lot like Scott.
he does.
He could definitely be a big Papa Pump 2.0. But he's son of Rick though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Son of Rick looks like Scott. That's fucking weird. So who do you got in this one then, Dave? So this is gonna be a really quick prediction show on this one.
So I I feel like the logical choice is Braun Breaker just because of how dominant he's been. I think he did lose the title. Who did he lose the title to? Dolph Ziggler, right?
Did he? I don't remember. Dolph Ziggler won the title again? Holy shit! See,
Yeah.
I have not watched since
This happened
the
during
Rainbow.
before WrestleMania, and
Okay.
at that WrestleMania weekend, the whatever takeover they had,
Oh.
he won it back.
Oh, okay.
So although Braun Breaker I think is the logical choice here, I'm gonna go Tyler Bate. I
Ooh.
feel like he's very very underrated. I saw him like when he first started. That he started at NXT and he had that feud with Pete Dunne, who now is whatever the hell his name is. Which
Butch.
again, it's like Butch, which is like, why change his name to that? Just call
So
him Dunn or
stupid.
some shit.
That's so stupid.
And now I don't feel like you can go back to Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
Unless he cut a promo saying I'm done with this bullshit. My name is Pete Dunne. Blah blah blah.
yeah,
That's the only way he can
or they
get
send him
away with it.
away and then he comes back and it's like, oh, it's Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
So here I'll go with Tyler Bate just because I think not only is Tyler Bate good, but I think that maybe Braun Breaker will be transitioning to the main roster.
That's what I was thinking too. So maybe you're right, but I'll stick to my gun. Like I said, I don't know anybody, but I'll stick to my gun on that one. I'm not going to change my mind. But yeah, I did hear he was supposed to get possibly promoted soon. So that's interesting. I mean, you know what? Mandy Rose, by the way, has completely transformed herself. I guess NXT is good for her. Um,
Yep.
this is a title unification also, huh?
Hmm.
And who? Wait, was it three titles? Just
No, it's
two.
just two, and then they added.
Oh, but it's a third. It's a, yeah, Satomura and Davenport in a three-way unification match. Mandy Rose now, does she stay, or do you think she's ready to come back to the main roster? I should say.
I don't know, man. She's doing such a good job in NXT. I don't. I wouldn't want her to leave.
I mean, she definitely developed her character.
Yeah,
She's great as a heel. The hair change, the look, all that stuff has been great. How long has she been champion too?
she's been
Long
champ
time,
for
no?
she's been champ for a good amount of months now.
It says Satomura held the title for 430. Mandy Rose has been champion for more than 300. So she's almost a year already.
Yeah, so I think my so if they bring up Mandy, it's like where do they put her?
Well, I said before that that division needs a good shock. So maybe I don't know. They need something though because it's very stale to me. I think it
No,
is anyway.
it absolutely is. I think the addition of Bailey and Dakota Kai and Io Sky was good, but then it's like okay, like right now they're feuding where that Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, like Asuka thing. That's fine. But from there, I'm pretty sure they're gonna transition to Bailey and Bianca.
Hmm.
We still don't have Sasha Banks back yet. We still don't have Naomi back yet. We still don't have Charlotte back yet. So it's like I feel like if you put Mandy back, like where are you gonna? Are you just gonna throw her and feud recklessly with no one, or where are you gonna put her?
Well, Sasha, look, even if Triple H brings her back, her and Naomi are not world champion anymore. No
No.
way. They're going to be tag titles or just there for show. There's no way they're going to get a title shot. So I think you can cross her off the list. Charlotte, we know, likes that blue belt. So she'll probably go to SmackDown and win that one for the 350th time in her fucking 6 year career, whatever the hell it's been. So I don't know. I think Mandy could probably go on to Raw after the Bailey thing is over. Maybe work,
Maybe. Um, I
especially with the
just
new look, the new attitude. And like I said, she's really gotten better. Because I thought she was terrible when she was first up, but she's better now, a lot better, better wrestler, better. I can say wrestler again. So yeah, I think she's a lot better. Well, I guess we'll see. So who are you liking in this one anyway?
uh, I'm gonna go with Mandy.
I'm going with Mandy also, just because I like her TikTok videos.
The boss does too.
Yeah, I know. The worlds collide in a massive fatal four-way elimination tag champion. Oh, it's everything's unification, huh? That is going to be interesting then. And again, I don't know who the hell is who in this one. We have the Diamond Mine, Josh Briggs, and Brooks Jensen. Right? Am I right?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I do not know these guys.
I don't know either. I don't know any of them. I have no idea. Julius Creed and Brutus Creed, Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen, Wolfgang, and Mark Kofi are all the teams. I don't know who the hell is who. So you know what? I'm gonna go. Just I'm out of the. Oh my god! Look at these guys. That one guy looks like a reject from a kung fu movie. I'm gonna go with these two little hillbilly guys in the corner down here.
So
This little redneck guy.
the I think those are that's the NXT UK champs. So that'd be Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs.
I'm going with them. I like this guy's sideburns. I honestly don't know any of the teams. I wish I did, but I don't.
I mean, the guy on the top left, I'm not sure which one of these guys he is. I'm
He
pretty sure
is.
that might be what Wolfgang.
That's Wolfgang.
Wolfgang kind of looks like an old school wrestler.
Yeah, he does. It looks
He
like an
looks like
Eric
he
Zant,
belongs.
An Eric Zant wrestler.
That's an Eric Zant guy.
Yeah, and his partner is Mark Kofi. We have Kit Wilson and Elton Price are the two gentlemen up in the right corner. And
um,
then Julius Creed and Brutus Creed are the UK champions. And the NXT champions are Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. I'm going with Briggs and Jensen.
so I'm
That's
gonna
good.
go based just on who I've seen actually wrestle. And there's only one guy on this list that I have actually seen wrestle, and that is Mark Coffey. So I'm gonna go with them.
All right.
Gallus.
Nice. We'll see. This is on NXT, by the way, which I don't understand this one. Well, then again, Nikki is a little annoying anyway. Katana Chance and Kaden Carr defend their titles against Dewdrop, or Poo Drop as I call her, and Nikki Ass. It's like I call her that also. These two moving down to NXT is probably a good move.
I
I
think
don't
Doudrop
like.
needs to get that name changed quick.
Yeah, I don't like Dewdrop anyway. I think she's useless. Nikki is not bad, but this superhero thing sucks. So I think it's a good thing for them to go to NXT. So I think they're going to win and stay on NXT and kind of get out of the way for a
Really?
while, get recharged, get refreshed, and we'll see what happens. Well, how about you?
I was gonna say that these girls retain because I think they just won these titles too.
Did they? I see. I don't know.
Was it
I have no
like?
idea. But they're also, yeah, Nikki's from Scotland, and where's Poo from? Isn't she
Oh,
also from Scottish?
yeah. Damn, I didn't think about that. The hometown.
Yeah, like they like to cater to the wherever they are.
Shoot. Now that you mention it, I think you convinced me. Yeah, I'll go Dewdrop and Nikki Ash.
Or they could have just threw them in the NXT to get them on the card, so that people can see them. Either way, then what we
Good
got
job,
here,
Shawn Michaels.
Ricochet. Yeah, and Ricochet down in NXT looks to reclaim the North American title from Carmelo Hayes. Ricochet looks good in that picture. Don't even look like him. It looks like he's built in that one. Who you liking in this one?
I'm gonna say that they're gonna do right by him because he deserves it. I'm gonna say
Ricochet.
Ricochet gets this.
Another guy who they couldn't figure out anything to do with, so they're gonna put him back in NXT. I agree with you. I think they're gonna give Ricochet that title back. Let him do something because the poor guy's been misused since he's been here in WWE. So
I mean, he did get a win
I'm
against
going.
Corbin. Was it last week? I was surprised about that.
Oh yeah, that's not really a big thing though, is it? Corbin these days, they ruined him too. I think.
I mean, it looks like he's going back on his losing streak gimmick.
Yeah, exactly. Before we get into AEW, I do want to ask you your honest opinion about. I know we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, last time you were on too. MJF again, work, shoot. Is he going to come back on AEW tomorrow night? Is he waiting for his contract to run out to pop up on WWE? This has been the best kept fucking secret in wrestling in a real long time because no one knows anything. There's been no leaks. There's been no hints. I don't know where the hell he's at. Is he just hanging out in Long Island somewhere, like in the dark with Billy Joel? I don't know what's going on. So honestly, what do you think is going on with this?
Man, I wish even had a remote idea. I just, I don't know. It's so crazy how this whole MJF thing has happened. Like you said, normally we already have like a here. It's like, oh, triple, like, I don't know, he reached out to MJF, this and this and that. Oh, we did have that thing come out to that Tony Khan sent an email to Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan saying, hey, don't fuck with our guys.
Yeah,
Like, don't contact them.
yep,
And then
exactly.
Jericho said that he was one of the guys they contacted.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah, he said, I forgot in what interview. He's like, oh, yeah, this came out and, they contacted me and stuff like that. But I'm happy where I'm at, blah, 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 blah,
Like Jericho talks a lot of shit, but the day he retires, he's gonna want to get in the WWE Hall of Fame. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. It's all
blah.
that part's all the work. I think he's just being supportive to his company.
But yeah, he
But I
has
said,
to.
yeah.
He
But like
can't
you said,
shit. He can't shit on them.
yeah. So like this MJF thing is just as much as I would love to see him in WWE to see what he does. I'd like him to pop back up and get a little bit of revenge on fucking Punk and Moxley and all these guys. So I mean I'm torn either way.
Oh
But like I said,
no!
this is the
You think
best
that
kept
happens
secret.
tonight?
Listen, if he's coming out, if he's coming back to AEW and that was all a work, he's coming back tonight.
And you think
He
he
has
fucks
to.
up the main event?
He's
And we
been gone for so long. You know what though? The main event, dude. Like I said, we just had this match 2 weeks ago. CM Punk is bitching about his foot broken. His foot's not better in 2 weeks. So it's a stupid concept. I think they really dropped the ball in this whole situation.
so what I had heard was that Moxley didn't like the way that the match was gonna go.
Okay.
So then they did this two
Foot
3 minute squash match to appease him, and then I guess go with whatever they're gonna go with it all out.
and now Punk's will get his revenge tonight probably.
The well, I guess we could talk about it when we get there. But
what if MJF does come tonight? As I'm saying now, because if he's still with AEW and that was all the work, he has to come back tonight. He has to. He's been gone 6 months
it's been 6 months.
at least, right? It's got to be at least that long. It doesn't make any sense that he's not back yet.
It does. Yeah. When he comes back, is when he's gonna get that. He's gonna get a huge pop. I mean,
Oh my God,
Chicago
yeah.
is known for getting huge pops, so that would make somewhat sense.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Um, like I said, as much as I would love to see him in WWE, tonight has to be the night. That's all I'm saying is tonight has to be the night he comes back,
Oh
or
my!
people are going to start like forgetting.
Did you
Not
see how many
forgetting.
matches are on All Out?
No, was there a lot?
There's more matches on All Out. I think if you more than WWE combined in both days.
Well, here we go. Oh, here we
Because
go. Oh my
because they
God!
have
Yeah, look at this.
they have 4 pre-show matches.
Oh yeah, is there pictures for everything? I'll just stick. No, I'll just stick with this. I don't care. It's easier for you to read in this way anyway.
Holy no! Tony
All right.
Khan
So
loves to just absolutely exhaust you.
all right. So let's start. Let's start here with the pre-show. Yeah, you have one, two, three, four. The AAA World Mixed Tag Team Champions. What the hell's the AAA?
AAA is the Mexican.
Oh, that's right. They have like I forget they have like 50 companies inside AEW with all their belts. All right, the pre-show AAA World Mixed Tag Team Championship: Tay Mello, hey Mello, and Sammy Guevara versus Ruby Soho and Ortiz. So this is a mixed tag for
Yep.
the tag team championship. That's kind of weird. That's very weird. Oh look, does Ruby Soho get some respect? Let's find out. What do you think about this one?
No. No. Sorry, Ruby. Sorry, yeah, you're not getting that. I don't think so. I think Sammy and Ty right now are way too
Hi.
disliked that they'll keep those championships on them.
And Ortiz and Santana have real beef, right? In real life, they don't like each other or some shit anymore.
Supposedly, because I mean, I haven't seen Santana since I think that Blood and Guts match.
Yeah. So that's interesting. They've been together a long time, so that's kind of weird. I am also gonna go with Mello and Guevara. Yeah, poor Ruby. I feel bad for her. I really do.
Yeah.
She was probably promised the world, and her like everyone else from WWE was just pushed to the side, unless you were already a main eventer. So, pre-show number 2, the FTW. That's fucking Taz's championship, and his son, who is the champion, just happens to be fighting it. Hook, who everyone absolutely fucking loves this kid. I've never seen an ovation like for this kid. He's taking on Angelo Parker for that title. Who are you liking in this one?
This one I think is easy. This one's got to be Hook. Hook's not losing that for a while.
But
And
my kid has the same haircut as him, by the way.
I,
He does. Just a big poofy haircut on
just
top. Doesn't want to cut his hair. It's just you don't comb it. You don't. It's just there, like a big marshmallow on top of his head. So yeah, I don't think he's losing this one either. Not yet.
yeah, and
He's
his
too
appeal,
popular.
yeah, his appeal came out like when he first came out. I was like, man, people like this guy. Like, I didn't really get it, and then he kind of has like your Orange Cassidy style of like being nonchalant, but also being like an extreme badass. Like, don't mess with him.
I was gonna say the same, and people will probably yell at me if the boss is watching. He'll scream at me, but he's got like that Austin I don't give a shit vibe mixed with, like you said, Orange Cassidy. So I mean, he's a good wrestler and everything, but yeah, he looks like he's 12. But I mean, hey, whatever. I mean, he
he,
squashed what's his name, that kid, the guy from the Jersey Shore. I couldn't stop laughing at that because the Jersey Shore guy is on wrestling, and he fought him the other night, and he beat him in what 10 seconds.
the Jersey Shore guy.
There's a guy from Jersey Shore, and you didn't know that in AEW? The Jenny from the Jersey Shore is dating a guy who is a wrestler. And they call him that. They call him the reality Zach. What's his name? Zach what?
Really? I had
Yeah,
no
he
idea.
he was just on the Friday show. Not Dynamite. What's the other? Rampage.
Rampage.
He came out on Rampage, said he's going to beat up this kid, and he got his ass beat in 2 seconds. But yeah, he's dating Jenny from Jersey Shore, and he's on that show also. And so
Interesting.
he's using that he comes out from the Jersey Shore, and his name is Reality Zach, whatever his last name is. So yeah, that's pretty fucking funny.
Interesting. Yeah, Hook
Uh,
is.
but Hook, yeah, man, he's on that fast track. But
We
again,
just got only thing that we have to see from him that we haven't is see if he can cut a promo.
that's true. He's never said a word, has he?
Yeah, I think he's maybe said like very few. And I thought they were gonna make him and Danhausen a thing. He's another one that they brought in for I don't know what fucking reason to just
Yeah, I
lose.
was gonna ask you about Danhausen. Like, what's with that gimmick? Like, what is that? I don't understand what he is.
So he was supposed
He's a mime?
no,
What
he's
is
supposed
he?
to be like a horror type of gimmick. So his face paint, if I'm not wrong from what he said, was supposed to be inspired from The Exorcist. You know, like when you would get like the devils like that would just pop up like that
Like
random
Pazuzu?
face. Yeah,
He's supposed to be. They don't look like Pazuzu.
it's supposed to be like towards that, but then obviously he became a little bit more comedic.
They're a lot more comedic. Yeah, I don't understand that gimmick. So, but whatever. Is he even competing in this one?
No,
Yeah, see, there you go. That just shows you. Next pre-show match. Oh God, Eddie Kingston versus
that's your boy.
Tomohiro Ishii. I don't get Eddie Kingston, dude. I don't get it. I don't understand. Whatever. I'm gonna go with the Ishii guy because I just don't like Eddie Kingston. Period. So I'm automatically picking. I know nothing about the other guy. I'm picking him.
Tomohiro Hishi.
Ishii Tomohiro, like you said.
I'm going Eddie on this one. He's another one that hasn't really gotten a win. Poor guy.
No, poor guy. He doesn't deserve to win. He's terrible.
He's not terrible.
He's terrible,
He's
dude.
good on the mic.
He should be in a backyard somewhere, or in a gym, like a local high school Catholic gym, wrestling. That he shouldn't be on TV. I'm sorry. I think he's just a horrible. He looks like an egg, like an egg. I don't know. I just don't understand his appeal at all. So all right, you can take him. I'm gonna go with Tomohiro Ishii. Next up, House. This is the actual pay per view now.
No,
The
wait,
House of
you missed one.
what did I miss?
The All Atlantic Championship.
Oh, yo, yeah, why? Because I don't like Pac either.
That's
The
on the
pre
pre-show for some reason.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's going to be. I don't like Pac, but this is going to be a great wrestling match. If you like wrestling matches, Eric should be watching this match for a good wrestling because it is Pac versus Kip Sabian. Pac is the champion. Pac, whatever you want to call him now.
Man, Kip Sabian, haven't seen him in a minute either.
Yeah, which is why I'm going to go with Pac because Kip Sabian, where'd he come from? Like, what's going on with that? So I think Pac's going to retain this title.
He was
Uh,
he was also like he was good with Penelope Ford. I don't understand what happened. Well, I'm lying. WWE happened. But it's like, man, you guys had these good wrestlers that you breeded there that
yeah, no, it's true.
just threw
I
away
agree.
for your boy what's his face? Malachi Black.
Which we'll get to next because that's an interesting match coming. Well, who you like in that one? You like Pac or Sabian?
Oh yeah, Pac. Pac's not
Oh,
losing that.
all right, so we'll agree on that one. Yeah, the next one is I said the first match of the pay per view: House of Black versus Sting, Darby Allen, and Miro. And the rumor is that Aleister Black, whatever he called himself now, is wants out. That he asked for his release, which is interesting considering he just got there.
Yep.
But is he another guy that was promised the world and then ends up being a mid Carter or an early Carter? Who knows? We don't know that stuff. But supposedly he asked for his release, which is why I think it's very easily I'm going to go with Sting, Darby Allen, and Miro to win this one.
Such a weird pairing too. I thought Miro was supposed to be a heel.
It is it's weird. I don't get it either.
I think depending on what Tony wants to do, because apparently Malachi's not happy with the way his character work. Apparently he's never happy with the
No,
way his character work is going.
apparently not.
Um, I think to keep him happy, House of Black gets this win.
Oh, you're going the other way.
Yeah, just because I feel like I know Miro has also shown a little bit of displeasure, but I think he's still content making whatever millions of dollars that he is.
Okay,
Uh, Darby's another one, and I mean it's Sting. Even though apparently Sting, when was the last time Sting lost?
that's a good question. Who knows?
He takes 17 super kicks and he's still standing up.
Hey, he took that huge bump off the. I was actually very impressed with that off the
Oh, when
fuck
he
whatever the hell that
jumped.
was. Well, yeah, when he jumped. I thought he was going to explode when he hit the bottom, just fall apart. Next match we have Wardlow and FTR. FTR, by the way, has three different companies tag titles. What are they doing in a 6-man tag? That to me is bad booking.
And Wardlow is your TNT champion.
Yeah, Wardlow's your TNT champion. You got three belts, and you're not putting any of them on the line. Anyway, they're facing Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. Uh, who you liking in this one? This is a throw up, I think.
I'm gonna go Wardlow and FTR. I don't. I mean, unless they're like introducing Motor City Machine Guns.
Motor
Jesus.
Shitty.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think about them. I'm going Wardlow and FTR. They're the champs. They can't take that loss on a pay per view.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that too. And FTR likes to complain when they don't win, so
I'm surprised they're not in the trios.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, it's another one they have to get after. Is that on today too? Are they going after that today?
That should be today.
I don't see it.
Yep, it's there.
All right, we'll get up there. Well, next you got two former members of Taz's team, Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs. I am not impressed with Powerhouse Hobbs at all. I think he's a goon. But hey, what do I know? I'm gonna go with Ricky Starks to win this one.
I think this one's interesting just because it can go either way.
It can. This is a coin
I
flip.
do like Ricky Starks a lot. I think he's definitely shown the last couple weeks like a new side to him. A lot of people have been comparing him to like a young Rock.
Ooh,
So yeah, I'm gonna go Ricky Starks here too.
nice.
I don't know how he
Uh,
gets it done, but I'll go with him.
we have a casino ladder match. What's a casino ladder match?
So basically, it's the ladder match. At the top, there's like that chip, like
Okay.
a casino chip. Whoever gets that gets a future world heavyweight championship match.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Especially considering who's in this match. We have Claudio Castagnoli, right? Castagnoli, that's how you say his name.
Yes.
Used to be, a good friend of ours in WWE, who also now holds, what is he,
The Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor champion. Well, he's taking on Penta and Zero Miedo, right? Am I saying that right?
Cero miedo.
There you go. So you got to get the Spanish names in there for me. Ray Phoenix, Andrade, Rush, Wheeler Yuta, and Dante Martin all going for this. This is going to be an interesting match.
And a mystery opponent.
And who's the mystery opponent? MJF. I'm just gonna keep saying MJF till he comes back, hoping that every time I say it, he comes back. So
Like Beetlejuice.
yeah, like Beetlejuice, exactly. Yeah, who's that gonna be? Are we gonna get like another old WWE guy gonna popping up in this match? You think?
Who's left out there to come back that we haven't seen?
Well, you know what? What are they gonna do with Adam Cole now? Kyle O'Reilly's hurt. He's gone. Bobby Fish is no longer with the company. That whole the dream is gone. By the way,
I don't
of the
understand.
of the match with Kenny and the Young Bucks versus the Undisputed Era, that's gone.
That honestly didn't make any sense to me. Why they didn't go anywhere? I get it that they had these trios things, but they should have been in this trios match. But instead, I mean, they're going a different direction, which okay, I guess makes sense. But at the same time, I don't think so. But for this match, I don't think Claudio wins this. He's already a champion, unless they're gonna unify those belts. But I doubt it. Penta and Ray Phoenix are the ones that I don't think win this. Who the hell is Rush? Wheeler Yuta, I think, also has a Ring of Honor belt. Dante Martin is good, but still too green to win this. I think it's between Andrade and whoever the mystery opponent is, but I don't know who the mystery opponent would be at this time. Like who hasn't been brought back? Who hasn't showed up anywhere? Maybe if Gargano didn't show up last week, maybe that could have been like a potential rumor. No Braun Strowman. I don't think no Bray. I'm trying to think who else they released that was really big.
I told you, I think I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say it's Adam Cole, and I'm going with Adam Cole to win because he's not in this. He's not in this. He's nowhere to be found. And with Fish hurt, Fish gone, and O'Reilly hurt, might as well make him. Put him in there now. I am saying it's Adam Cole to be announced, and he will win it,
All right.
baby.
I guess I'll go with Andrade. He's another
Andrade.
one who like they brought in, and what has he done? Take a
Nothing.
bunch of L's.
L's and get stuck
Take
tagging with Ric Flair.
he's he's taken more L's than the Judgment Day.
Yeah, he has actually. All right. Well, so you all right? You go with him. I'll stick with my Adam Cole, baby, because he has to be on this pay per view somewhere. Because it's disgusting that he's not, unless he's hurt too. But I said with the destruction of the dream match is now forever dead with Kenny Omega and the the Bucks. So
Yeah.
they got to put him somewhere. Next match, Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy. This one is going to be fun too because Christian Cage. Talk about going there. It's one thing also to talk about someone's father being dead, but everyone knows who his father is. His father, of course, is Luke Perry from the 90210. Played Dylan McKay. He looks just like him. If you haven't seen him, it's actually pretty goddamn scary how much he looks like him. And Christian Cage just saying, your dad's dead, just making fun of him.
But like, your dad would be disappointed,
Your
and
dad was
then
disappointed. Oh my god,
he
they
went
hit
after the
me.
mom too. Says like, "Oh, I think your mom is a little sweet on me."
Dude,
He
I
went.
actually felt uncomfortable. I actually got a little like, ooh, I can't watch this anymore because it's really uncomfortable watching him do that. But I think this is going to be an obvious win for Jungle Boy to finally get revenge on Christian Cage for making fun of Dylan McKay.
Is it though?
You don't think so?
What if we get the full like Luchasaurus turn?
Oh, Luchasaurus. I don't know.
Ah, I I'm gonna go. I think, man, I don't know. I think Christian has done a great job as a heel, and like you said, making you feel uncomfortable. He's making you feel something.
Yeah, he is.
Like he's done a good job. I'm gonna go with Christian Cage on this one.
But you really think Luchasaurus will be, good guy, heel? No, 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 no. Just kidding. I'm actually a good guy. No, no, no. I'm kidding again. I'm heel again.
I don't because he's wearing right now the all black still, the all black gear.
Mm, that's true.
So I feel like he could still make that turn and fully turn on Jungle Boy.
Maybe
Because
he's
we
showing.
before that we didn't see that. We just saw him like destroy Matt Hardy and stuff. Never really feud with Jungle Boy. Just when he came back, he was like, okay, no, I'm gonna support him. But I think Luchasaurus also needs to break away from that if he wants to have any sort of like relevant future that
Yeah, that's
doesn't tie
true
to Jungle
too.
Boy.
All right, I like where your head's at with that one. Yeah, we'll see. That's interesting. That's an interesting way to put it. Next, we have an interesting match. Very interesting. Brian Danielson versus Chris Jericho. 10 years ago, this would have been a better match. Look, I love you, Chris Jericho, but you're starting to look like my friend Dana. I'm just putting that out there. You look just like her, and that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Um, and he
I
is a
don't know.
little
Dana's got
slower.
abs
He's a
like
little
Jericho.
slower. No, I mean, before Jericho started working out again, when he was all sloppy and shit, and people started making fun of him, and he's like, "Oh, I better get to the gym." Um, but I think this one about 10 years ago, great match.
Agree.
Now I guess we'll see. Not that you know what, you can never count out Chris Jericho. By the way, you can't because every time you think he's done, he reinvents himself and he comes back better.
Yeah, now he's a sports entertainer.
That's right. Which is hysterical when they say AEW Galaxy acknowledge us. I think that's fucking great. But I think Brian Danielson is going to win this one because he's another dude who really has done nothing since he's been in this company. So I think he needs a win. I'm
I
going to go with
think
Brian Danielson.
he has the most time limit matches since he's been in
Yeah,
AEW.
that's true.
I will tell you this. I thought about this when I was looking at the card. I was like, you know what? This and I guess the AEW the main event World Championship match. I'm not so upset about because you know what? Here at least these guys came in and they're like, oh okay, we're gonna put over younger talent or like so and so. In a match like this, you don't have to worry about, oh man, is Jericho gonna bury an Orange Cassidy, or is Brian Danielson gonna lose to a Dante Martin, or is he gonna put over a Dante Martin? No, here it's like, okay, any one of these guys could win. You're not worried about anyone being buried because they're already established. So I liked it. I will say I think Brian Danielson does get this win.
Cool. Yep, I agree with that one.
Maybe he has
Uh,
a what is it? Jericho's guy turns on him.
one of his guys.
Yeah, the guy that
Well,
beat
Fozzy is
Daniel
going on
Bryan.
tour soon. Fozzy is going on tour soon. I got an email for Fozzy dates, so there's a good chance that he'll be leaving soon anyway. So yeah, it's a
To
good
go perform
possibility.
Judas for the 17,000th time.
And his other hit, name it, and I'll shake your hand because I couldn't name another Fozzy song. Not that I'm not disrespecting Fozzy. I'm just saying I don't know anything about that band. Next, the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Swerve in Our Glory. That is Keith Lee and what's it? Yeah, Swerve, right? That's his name,
Yeah,
basically.
Swerve. Well, it used to be what, Isaiah
Swerve,
Scott Swerve. Now it's Swerve
Swerve
Strickland.
Strickland. Swerve
Yeah.
Strickland. Yeah, they are taking on the acclaimed two John Cena rapper guys, but they are very funny, and they say some really funny shit when they rap. Well, the one guy does. The other guy doesn't rap, but he says some really funny ass shit when he does it. So,
Daddy
um,
ass.
yeah, I don't see them winning this though. I don't think you're gonna take that title of Keith Lee and Strickland yet. So I am gonna go with the champs to retain.
See, this is where I'm a little upset at this booking because one, this came out of nowhere. The
Hmm.
acclaimed, I think, are the number one ranked tag team. It's just convenient to Tony Khan when he wants to make these rankings relevant. But I don't think this was the right time. The acclaimed, I feel like, are so over with the crowd that I feel like they deserve whenever the next well, before this, let's say this didn't happen. Whenever was the next time that they got a title shot, I feel like they deserve to win it. I don't think this was the time to give it to them because they're not gonna beat Swerve in Our Glory.
Hmm.
It just doesn't seem like the right time for them to go up against them. Like their reign hasn't been that long. It's been kind of lackluster for the most part. I don't think the acclaim is gonna take it, and I think that they do deserve it because they're one of the OGs. They've worked their ass off. They're over with the crowd.
They're very over.
Like I just feel like I want the acclaim to win.
Why why
I
put why
truly
put
do.
them with Billy Gunn though?
Daddy ass.
Yeah,
Well, because they were teamed with the ass boys.
but I don't like the fact that a dad's gonna turn on his sons. That's just dumb
Well, he didn't
storytelling.
turn
In
on
my,
them. He
oh
didn't.
yeah,
They turned on him.
oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, yeah. So they I think they did like a trios match or something like that, and they lost,
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember that now.
and they turned on him, and then the acclaim came to save Billy Gunn.
Okay. Well, I don't like that anyway. I don't like the family thing like that.
You,
It's a little too close to home.
you don't like
Especially when
scissor me
it's
daddy ass?
no, especially when they look just like their father. It's
They
a little
do.
off putting. They look just like
So wait.
young
So
Billy
you're
Gunn.
okay with Dominic Mysterio turning
Yes,
on poor little Rey Mysterio, but
yes,
not Billy Gunn getting beat by the ass boys?
yes. I'm okay with that. Dominic Mysterio needs anything. He needs a haircut. Then he needs anything because he's useless. Otherwise, I think the ass boys can go with on. I don't know, whatever. I'm just talking out my ass now. I just think it's funny. But yeah, daddy ass and that whole scissoring, that's all fucking funny. That's just all ridiculous. Especially when he claims starts rapping about it. It's fucking hysterical.
I'm kind
Um,
of curious what their rap against these guys is gonna be. I wonder if they're gonna do like a WWE shot because they're both WWE guys who got released.
maybe. Yeah, they don't hold back AEW when they want to talk shit about them on TV. So that's pretty good. Oh, next we got the TBS Championship, which for any people don't know, that's the Women's Championship. Why they call it the TBS Championship, I don't know, but okay, go for it. Jade Cargill, the champion, versus Athena. And Athena, by the way, is what's her name from
Ember
WWE?
Moon.
Ember Moon. Does a WWE girl get the title? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm going with Jade Cargill to retain.
I think Athena wins
Ooh,
by DQ.
you think finally,
No,
oh, by DQ.
by DQ.
I was gonna say, you think finally one of them gets a title? Ruby, her, or any other WWE person that's been there for a year already has accomplished nothing.
I think Athena gets the win by DQ. Either one of the baddies will come back and distract her or something like that. But I don't see them taking this title off of Jade anytime soon. They really like her. She's still a little green in the ring, but she's one of their own. I don't know. I wouldn't mind if she lost, but
Yeah, I'm with you. Next, we got the AEW. This will be the first ever crowned trios championship, which I actually like the idea of this. I like the idea of this. I like the trios championship. I think that's pretty cool. We have the elite, which of course is Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, taking on a very, again, because of all the shit that went on with the Undisputed Era. It's a very weird Adam Hangman hanging out with the Dark Order, even though I know he was always with them anyway. They had a big thing together. It's it, Dave. This is it. This is the big one for you. This is the big one. Do your
Yeah.
boys win the first ever World Trios Championships and make Eric Zant cry in his RC Cola tonight?
So here's where I thought this was gonna culminate. It was gonna culminate to the Elite versus the Undisputed Era.
Mm-hmm.
It just would have made sense, right?
Yep, of
And
course.
then they could always justify with like the qualifying match before this one.
I may. What's up, brother? How
Qualifying
are
match
you?
could have been this exact same Adam Hangman Page and the Dark Order versus the Undisputed Era, and Undisputed Era could have cheated to win whatever, and then Hangman Page could have came back and helped the Elite win this title, right? This is where I thought, okay, this is where this is gonna go. Then Adam Cole and these guys weren't even in the match or in
Mm-hmm.
the qualifiers. None of this. They just were off TV as soon as they attacked the Bucks. Which again, I don't know what happened. I know from watching BTE, which is Being the Elite on YouTube, that when all this trios match was happening, they went to Hangman Page and asked him to be a trio with them. This was before Kenny came back. And he said, no, I feel like this is more like the Dark Order stuff. Like, he wasn't even supposed to be in this trios thing. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just supposed to be like the Dark Order guys. John Silver, Alex Reynolds, and I think it was 10 were supposed to be the guys. Something happened, and then Adam Page got inserted into this. So now here is where we're at now. And although the Young Bucks are the greatest tag team of our generation, and Kenny Omega is the GOAT today,
Okay. I'm not Eric. I'm not gonna fight you.
I think the Dark Order gets a break here. And Hangman
Okay.
Page gets his, like, little revenge, even though he technically got it against Kenny. But, I mean, right now we have a not 100% Kenny is what they're giving us. So I'm going to say Hangman and Dark Order win this. Unless we get Adam Cole come and fuck some shit up. And then there's no champions. But I don't think they're going to do that. AEW is very keen on not having DQs.
Well,
This
but it's funny though. What do they do with Adam Cole now though? He can't be part of the elite anymore. He doesn't have Fish and O'Reilly. He's alone. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what are they gonna do with him now?
Adam
That's why I
Cole
think
asked for your
possibly.
release.
No, no, he has like 3 years left, and they ain't gonna let him go. No way they're gonna let him go. But that's like Bobby Fish though. What are you gonna do, dude? If you go back to WWE, they're not gonna have anything for you.
No.
You're a tag team with Kyle. That's how you should be. You're not gonna get a push solo. You're just not that kind of guy. But so you're going. All right, you're going to Dark Order.
I think Dark Order gets that first dub.
I see you make a good point. You're a good lawyer. You're a good lawyer that way for these storylines. But you know what? Just to make it fun, I'm gonna go with the elite. Just to make it fun, I'm gonna go against you on it. 'Cause I
I'll
don't
go
know.
with the.
I think your boy is back and they want to throw something at him, and I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, unless Adam Cole decides to get involved, we'll see. Next up, we have I hate the word interim, by the way. I can't stand it. It just annoys the shit out of me. The interim AEW Women's Championship: Tony Storm versus Britt Baker versus Hikaru Shida versus Jamie Hayter. Oh boy, that's a lot of names. Um, who
Oh,
you
this pay
liking
per
in
view
this
is
one?
gonna last like 17 hours. I already
Oh yeah,
see it.
oh yeah. Unless you have a couple swerves where something happens quickly. Does a WWE get her win? Do they continue with that tradition? Tony Storm get this win, especially now she had her OnlyFans and all that stuff she's doing now. So she's very popular now, thanks to the OnlyFans page. Or
I
does Britt Baker get her title back, or do we have a new champion? What are you thinking of?
I think Tony gets this. I think a WWE woman finally gets her due here. I think
Yes.
Tony gets this. I don't think I love Britt, but they got to build more stars because it can't just be her. Because then your division just lacks.
Yeah, I agree. I think
So
both women's divisions are pretty terrible lately.
I
So yeah,
think AEW's is a lot worse though.
a lot worse. Yeah, they don't. They have nobody that really, you know,
I
great
say I
except
feel like
except
it's
for Britt.
Britt, and then your next one is really Jade.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
after that, like your Ruby Soho's, your what is it? Like, well, she's Ty Mello now. Who else? Anna Jay could have been good, but they just didn't do anything with her. Uh, Thunder Rosa was good, even though now, I mean, she's gotten a lot of like hate for this sandbagging allegation stuff and not being fun to work with in the locker room.
And she's a dude, right? She's a
And then
dude.
oh, and then Nyla Rose, who apparently
Oh,
is
Nyla Rose is the dude. She's a dude.
Nyla Rose. I was watching. I got on TikTok and someone was like, "Oh yeah, the number five most paid person in AEW or something like that is like Nyla Rose." Or like
Really?
she's getting paid. No, that's not what it was. It was that she's getting paid. I think it's like $2 million a year, and like Charlotte only makes like 600,000.
No way. Charlotte only makes that much money.
It was something ridiculous like that, where it was like not what Nyla Rose is getting paid does not justify what Charlotte is getting paid.
Oh, that's probably true. Well, you know, Tony Khan to throw the money around. They like to make sure everyone knows that they have more money than
Well, that
WWE does. So
and the reason, well, one of the things that they said was that basically what he's paying them is to not go anywhere,
mm,
which
that's
makes
true
sense.
too.
Are you gonna complain getting paid $2 million to maybe show up like once or twice
Nope.
in like 3 months?
That's that fucking WCW type money. Show up when you want, don't have to when you don't want to. So I like that idea. But no, she can't be. Charlotte can only be making 600,000. There's no way. If she's only getting paid 600,000, that's a fucking crime. It's like,
Um,
especially compared to everybody else.
let's
Well,
see.
finally we have the big main event, and we finally can talk about what the hell's going on with.
Oh,
I don't get
never
it.
mind. So
Oh, okay.
it says Charlotte Flair has a 2022 net worth of 2 million. So that's not what she's getting paid. Her annual
Okay.
salary in the WWE stands at $550,000
Wow. That
in
that's.
addition to perks, which I
I
mean,
was gonna say merchandise and all that other shit,
which
right?
it's not getting you $1 million.
Mm.
So she's her salary is only for $550,000
Wow, that's a crime. That really.
compared
So
to
if she's only making 550, what do you think the other ones are making? Probably barely anything then. Well, I mean, compared to wrestlers, I mean, they're making a lot more than I am, but compared to wrestlers, I'm sure.
yeah.
Oh
Look,
wow,
Nyla Rose makes $2 million. I
wow.
like it's how like it just doesn't make any sense.
So I know I'm gonna take shit for this. Nyla Rose is getting paid man money because she used to be a man. They say there's a discrepancy in the workplace for males and females, so she may look female, but she's getting paid like a man. There you go.
She's getting paid a lot of money to do
That's too
nothing.
much money.
I
Too
think
much
maybe
money.
only Rousey might be making more money than Charlotte. I'd be assuming
Fuck Ronda Rousey. I'm tired
she's
of
the
Ronda
only one
Rousey.
that I could think that would be like, okay, yeah, we got to pay her more than we pay Charlotte.
Which is I understand that if they get upset at Ronda Rousey for that bullshit because that's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
I went
As much
down
as it
this
makes,
rabbit hole.
but as soon as they make fun of Charlotte, she is like that whole
Yep.
division. She really
She,
is.
she makes 1.5 million plus is what it says here.
Jesus,
So she's making triple essentially of what Charlotte makes.
that sucks. That does suck. That's depressing, actually. So I wonder what's Liv Morgan making? Can you Google that one real quick?
Let's see. Let's see.
She has a title. I'm guessing what 300 maybe,
Let's
maybe.
see. I was gonna say 250. So her estimated salary is to be around 200K per year.
Again, 200 is nothing to shake your head at, but because compared to the rest, wow. So this chick's making 2 million. Dude looks like a lady. All right, whatever. So okay, here we go with the big main event: CM Punk versus John Moxley for the world title. We could probably spend
Match
an
of the
hour.
year, baby.
We could probably spend an hour on this fucking thing because it's just so many twists and turns. It doesn't make any sense. They just fought 2 weeks ago. It was a foot thing and a broken foot thing, and then this guy's coach comes out and lights a fire under his ass, and now he's ready to fight 2 weeks later with his screws and his plates and all this other crap going on. We both know we're not big John Moxley fans. I don't think anybody should be. It doesn't make any sense to me. He's still Dean Ambrose, just
He's
in
still
another
Dean
company.
Ambrose.
So again, MJF, does he interfere? Does he come back? I said if this is the time he's coming back, it has to be tonight. Adam Cole, does he get involved? He wants a shot at the title. He deserves one. Does he get involved? There's so many things we can say about this match, Dave. But first of all, who is winning? Let's say there's no interference, there's no surprises. Who is winning this match tonight?
No interference, no surprises. I think this is going just because we talked about earlier on the show. Moxley wasn't happy with the way stuff were, how it was gonna go. He got his cheap win on Dynamite. That was 2 minutes, 2 minutes long. I think what they're probably gonna do, have CM Punk win this match, but I think CM Punk is finally what I wanted to do because I hate babyface Punk nowadays. Turn heel and cheat to win,
Okay.
and we get
I,
heel
I
Punk.
yeah, I'm also going with CM Punk to win. Heel turn, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, he in a way he got screwed. He had interim champions, the stupidest thing I ever heard. Just give the title up and then win it back when you get back. It's so stupid not to just give the title.
So
Uh,
what
I do think he
I
gets a legitimate shot to be champion now that he's back. So I think he's going to win also.
what I heard about this interim thing was, again, I don't know if this is true because it's very rare that we get this interim BS. Was that if Moxley would have lost to Punk, then his interim championship would not have counted in the books,
That's weird.
allegedly, because he was just filling in, but the other guy never lost it. So if he beats him, then that championship reign doesn't count. I don't know how true this is. This is what I read, and I was like, that's kind of stupid. He
Yeah,
still won the championship.
so they're putting a lot into this whole ranking win loss thing. AEW. It's we know what happened. Like, you can't just erase it from history. That's just silly.
They just
Okay,
should
so
have never count. They should have just had Punk vacate the belt.
yeah, exactly. That's what you should
And
have
then
done.
if he comes back, no one's gonna be like, "Oh, CM Punk doesn't deserve
No,
that
yeah,
match."
you
No,
give
it
him the
still would have
shot.
been logical.
Exactly. I agree 100%. All right, so now reach down to the deepest part of your soul. What kind of surprises are we going to get? Are we getting MJF? Is Adam Cole going to be that surprise, or does he interfere with the trios match? We don't know.
I think we do see Cole back tomorrow. I think we do see Cole back. I don't know. Tony Khan said that after this Sunday, the landscape is gonna change again. Don't know what that means. I just don't know. Unless you have like Sasha Banks come out on AEW, what the
Ooh,
hell
that'd be
would the
interesting.
landscape change for? Because
No,
again, like I said,
Sasha Banks ain't changing any landscapes.
I mean, she's probably gonna get paid that 2 mil if she
That's
goes over
true.
there.
That's true.
I just can't see what guy or what man could come to AEW that would just change it because I can't think of anybody. We're like racking my head here for an hour and a half. I can't think who would show up that's gonna be like a game changer. You already have Cesaro, you have Daniel Bryan, you have Adam Cole. Like
I
who else
got
is
it.
left?
Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan joins AEW as a
You're right. That's gonna change the landscape because then AEW is just gonna go into the can. Because
he comes in
look,
as commissioner or something stupid along those lines. I don't know. I
look what
thought,
happened to Impact.
yeah, it's true. It's true. So we're both going to take. All right, we're both going to take Punk in this one. John Moxley, just stop, dude. Just please stop, and especially stop with the WWE bashing. Just shut up.
You heard, yeah,
So
his after he
stupid.
won the belt, like how he was like, "I'm the best professional wrestler in the world," like just going off.
So stupid. Let it go, man. That's what, all of them. Let it go. I understand you having the rivalry of the two companies. That's fine. You can talk shit that way, but leave Vince alone. And, oh, his stupid storylines, dude. You're the same guy. You just that's it. You're the same guy. You haven't changed. And by the way, I love when they were going back and forth him and Punk. And Punk mentioned, "Oh look, you're not bleeding." Whatever he said,
Oh,
you're
he
not
said,
bleeding today.
he's like, oh, I'm afraid to get too close to you because I don't want you to bleed all over me.
That was fucking phenomenal. I was
But it's
laughing
true.
at that.
Let's be real. John Moxley's not the best professional wrestler. Not even
No,
top 10.
no.
He can be a good character at times. He can do crazy stuff, but come on. Most of your gimmick is about cutting yourself open and doing risky spots.
Look, he makes fun of the
That doesn't make you the
WWE
best.
storylines, but that was the only time I liked him when he dressed up as the Mountie. That all kind of shit. And that's the stuff he
And
hated.
he
Well, guess
hated
what,
that.
idiot? That's the stuff that I liked about you. When you were being funny, a crazy funny. That's when I actually thought you were cool. All this other crap is. And by the way, Punk saying he's still the third worst member of a group is another great fucking line. Another great line.
I mean, he could have gone back and been like, well, there's only one of us that isn't a champion right now.
That's true too. And listen, I went on. I said this on the show the other day that at one point, let's not forget, at one point, Seth Rollins was considered the worst of the Shield. No, not even close. Not even remotely close. So I don't know where you people are getting that from. But at one time, he was considered like the worst guy in the group. No.
I mean, I think it kind of always like interchanged depending on who, like what part. Like if you look at the Shield and then their careers throughout everything, like when they first started, I think Ambrose was the best because he was the best on the mic. He had his little singles run for the U.S. Championship. Roman and Seth were tag champs, and then that's where you're like, okay, oh man, Roman is he's a powerhouse. He's good because he's limited. He was limited
Mm-hmm.
in what he can do in the ring. So when he would come out, he just looked like a badass. So I guess at that point you could say, yeah, Seth was probably the worst, but that's not even saying a lot. Like being the worst in that group is not like terrible.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not terrible.
It's like who's the worst person in Evolution?
Mm-hmm.
Like saying whoever the worst in that group is not all that bad.
Well, Ric Flair was the worst just because he was past his prime.
But even then, like
Even then, he was still good.
he
Yeah.
still had a classic match with Taker
Yeah.
at Mania, so like he still could put on a show. Then obviously Seth started to go past everyone. Then I think Roman was the worst for a while, but then now like if you look at it, man, I think Ambrose or Moxley is on the bottom of that list of the three.
Way, he's way at the bottom. I'll put Paul Heyman above him as far as like that's better hanging out with those two guys. I'll put Kurt Angle as a better Shield member, and he was only there for like
Oh
one
man,
night. He was there for one night. I'll say he was a better one. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we have this pay per view coming on in 30 minutes. Clash at the Castle. I think it's actually going to be a very good pay per view. This is the first pure Triple H only pay because the last one still had some Vince's footprints in it, handprints or whatever you want to call it. This one is pure Triple H. I'm hoping for a good one. I'm hoping for good surprises. I'm hoping for Dominic to get a haircut. I'm hoping to put on some purple pants, black and purple. We'll see what happens. I hope Riddle and Seth
come out on
Rollins
the
destroy
lowrider.
each other. Yeah, I hope they destroy each other. And yeah, and I hope Roman Reigns wins because I acknowledge him as the tribal chief. And I don't care what anybody says. I really like that gimmick and that whole the ones thing. It's awesome.
Do you
So
hope we get the Fiend back today?
you know what? If he's Bray Wyatt or the Fiend, I don't care, or both. I don't care either way. I'd like to see
We
him back though.
we also could have Karrion Cross cost. See, it's just such a weird like way that main event could go because Karrion Cross could come out and cost Drew McIntyre the championship. He still put like they still put the little timer on Roman Reigns, so it's like I don't know. There's just so much that they can do that. I mean, it's
That,
good. We
this is
should be surprised.
and that's the best part of wrestling when we used to be surprised. And there's no surprise anymore with kayfabe dead and the internet. So if they can pull off, and I said that's why I said this MJF thing. I know I keep bringing it up. If it's a story, might be the greatest storyline of all time because you've heard nothing about where he is, what he's doing. He hasn't popped up on any social media, no appearances. We don't know who he's working for. We don't
How,
know anything.
how great would it be like if Tony Khan and Triple H just came to an agreement like, okay, we could have MJF, just the one guy, jump back and forth.
Imagine that. Imagine
Like
that.
he just shows up, he talks crap about AEW, and then next week he's on Dynamite talking crap. Like, how insane would that be?
That would be epic. I mean, twice the T-shirt sales, everything. He'd just be twice the scarf sales, I should say.
And then for the next like year and a half, you have like, where's MJF gonna go? Who is he gonna pick?
Yeah, and that could lead to a cross pay-per-view if they ever got shut up and actually realized how much goddamn money that would bring in, because that would bring in a ridiculous amount of money.
Yep.
And also start a lot of fistfights probably in the crowd, which
Oh,
is fine.
you know what we didn't talk about?
Uh oh.
Tomorrow's pay per views. That did Triple H put up NXT World Collide to go up against AEW for all the shit that they did, that they talked about beating NXT and all this other stuff.
Well, I mean NXT's at 4 o'clock though, so
It's early,
it's early. I mean it'll be over by the time.
but I think it's because it's in the UK. No, that's why.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, AEW don't care about the other part of the world. They're going on at 8 o'clock, and they're going to be on till 1 o'clock, considering there's 15 matches or 16 matches, whatever it is. They got to be a couple squashes or swerves going on for that many matches. That's a 4 hour pay per view.
That's the only bad thing about having a pay per view every like 3 months.
Yeah,
Is
you got to
that
get
you
all that shit
really,
crammed into one. You're right.
yeah, and it's like okay if you want to do. I mean, I'm not a huge fan on the 2 night pay per views just because I feel like man that shit's exhausting just as much as having one night of 15. Like 2 nights is like a lot of commitment as a fan.
Well, you don't need four pre matches. You just don't need them. You just don't need that. I mean, was it starting at 7 then for the pre show?
Most likely, yeah. If it's 4, it's
So
definitely
so
starting at
it's going to be
7.
a 4 hour pay per view technically, because the pre show is going to be
No, it's
technically it's
probably gonna
part.
be a 5 hour pay per view.
I mean, they call it a pre-show, but it's still on the goddamn show. So I don't know why they even bother.
Yeah, because the
So
doors are probably gonna open at like 6. Let's say, well, no,
yeah,
Chicago, it's an hour before, right? So doors open at 5. Pay per view starts at well, pre show starts at 6. So you have 4 matches. So that's gonna take you the entire hour. It's not gonna be your one
yep,
two matches that you could start at 7:30. So if you're thinking, okay, at least for us, it starts at 7, 8 until well, no, I'm sorry, starts at 6, right? No, 7, 7. So 8, 9, 10, 11. It's gonna go into 12. It's gonna be a 5 hour pay per view.
it's going to be Roman Reigns versus the Undertaker at 1 o'clock in the morning, where I fell
Except
asleep. I fell
except we
asleep
get
during that one.
John Moxley
Oh my
and
god,
CM Punk.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. I need something to happen in that match. Interference, swerve, something. Because I don't know. I'm not looking forward to be honest with you. I'm not big on Punk since he came back.
I just
I don't know. I think he lost a bit of a step. Now he's got his robotic foot that he keeps bitching about. So his metal plate and
he's
his
got to use it
screws.
like Lex Luger.
I guess so. Put a thing on it so we all know, we don't forget that his foot's all fucked up. So, all right, Dave. Any final words before we get out of here? Because this thing's coming on in 22 minutes.
Nothing. Everyone out there enjoy. Hopefully we'll be back. I don't think again the way my schedule works now. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are very very hard for me to come on
It's all right.
because
We,
of a
we
pool
understand.
league I joined.
But are you going to be there for 100? That's the big question. We're thinking about doing 100 either on like a Friday or a Saturday
Oh
night,
yeah,
like kind of like to get more people and hopefully people want to watch more.
pay
So
per
you
view
got
style.
exactly, you got to be there for 100. Maybe even a Sunday night, like old school pay per view style. So
Definitely.
we'll,
If it's on Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, I'll be
no, it
there.
won't be Tuesday and Wednesday. We're gonna try to make it like either a Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday,
That
like a pay per view style. You got
that
to be
works
there
for
for
me.
100. You got to be there for
Absolutely.
100.
I can't
All
miss
right.
100. A third guy.
Like that's what we revealing the goat. I'm still working on our stupid rap
Formula.
song. Well, the
Oh, the
formula,
rest.
yeah, we're working on that stupid rap. Did you watch that show when we did the Ready Rock Rumble? Yeah, I'm trying
Yeah.
to. I have the thing I'm messing with right now to hopefully we can all record our own version of that. It's going to be absolutely horrendous and horrible, but that's what's going to make it great. So hopefully I get that done before then. So yeah, that's 100. That's coming up. 20 minutes from now, Clash at the Castle. Hope everybody enjoys. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock, Worlds Collide, followed by AEW at 7 o'clock, which will go on till thank God Monday is a day off because that's probably going to go until Monday.
That's probably the only good thing about it.
Yeah, that is the only good thing about it. All right, Dave, thank you very much for joining me today. Everybody, have a good time, enjoy, and we will see you Tuesday night for the next episode of the Just Too Sweet Show. Me and Eric will be back. What we're talking about, I don't know. We usually wing this shit now. We'll see. But thank you very much. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen.
Enjoy, ladies.
Ooh, what the hell happened there? Let me hit my thing. There we go. Peace out.